mild a start to the day today, but it is going to be fairly cloudy for most of us, with some rain in the north, heavy and persistent in the northwest, and here windy, but milder generally. I'll have all the details in 10 minutes. Morning to you too. Not too bad, Charlie. There's lots going on with the weather in the next few days. Today, though, you will notice it's a milder start to the day. Yesterday morning, the temperature fell to -7.5 in Benson in Oxfordshire. The coldest weather this morning is under clear skies in eastern Scotland and eastern England, and the temperature now is about 1 degree. But it's generally a cloudier day today with some rain, blustery winds, but milder than it was. So the heaviest rain today is going to be across the north and west of Scotland. We've also got some lighter rain from a weather front sinking south across England and Wales. So the brightest skies to start with in the east, but really brightness today, or sunshine anyway, is going to be fairly limited. Through the day too, we'll see some showers coming in across the southwest, drifting towards the southeast. Now, as this weather front in the northwest sinks southwards, behind it, cold air is going to return. So currently, we've got a westerly wind. By the end of today, this is going to become more northerly across the north of Scotland. So colder with wintry showers returning to the hills, blustery elsewhere, and we're looking at double-figure temperatures. So through this evening and overnight, here comes our weather front sinking south, weakening all the time. Behind it, the cold air digs in even further. There'll be wintry showers, still strong winds across the north of Scotland. Blizzards are likely here on the hills, but to the south, we're hanging on to a bit more cloud. So that's reflected in the temperatures, not falling away as far by night, but as we push further north, we're back into frosty conditions, the risk of ice, and then this cold air will filter south during the course of Friday. So all change. Naga and Charlie.
Carol, thanks very much.
Absolutely right, Naga. It is a beautiful picture as well. It's fairly cloudy, and that is the forecast for most of us today. Good morning if you are just joining us. Now, there's some rain in the forecast as well. Blustery winds, but it's much milder. The wind direction has changed to more of a westerly coming in from the Atlantic, and you can see that by the light blues. In the southeast, we hang on to the dark blues initially because we have clear skies and it still is cold. And the wind has really swung round from the northwesterly to that westerly through the course of the night. Weather front sinking south is introducing some rain, the heaviest of which will be across the north and the west of the country. Here too we'll have the strongest winds. We've got a weak weather front moving from the west to the east, also producing some rain. And we've got some showers in the southwest. Some of those will travel towards the southeast through the course of the day. Now, there's a lot of cloud around. Sunshine will be limited today. These black circles represent the strength of the wind gusts. Now, behind this weather front, which is a cold front, it is going to turn much colder as we go through the day. So only 6 degrees will be the top temperature in Stornoway, and the showers are likely to be wintry. But as we come further south, well, we're looking at much milder conditions. The reason for the colder air is the wind changes back to a northerly, and it follows this weather front south, the weather front weakening all the time, taking its cloud and its increasingly patchy rain with it in doing so. So behind it is going to be a cold night. Ahead of it, it still is going to be relatively mild. So we're looking at 5 or 6. That will still feel cold, just not as cold as it's going to further north, where we'll also have some frost and the risk of ice on untreated surfaces. As we head on through the course of Friday, our weak weather front sinks south with its cloud and increasingly patchy rain. Behind it, there'll be some sunshine, quite a lot of clear skies, and feeling cold. The showers wintry in nature. Temperatures in Aberdeen only 5 degrees, but we're hanging on to the milder air in the south for one more day. We're looking at about 11 degrees. Now you can see what happens. Excuse me, on Friday we've got the weather front sinking south and another one coming up from the south heading north. Looks like the twain could well meet. So on Saturday, looks like for the southeastern quarter of the UK, it will be cloudy, there'll be some rain. Now this rain could get as far as East Wales in the Midlands, or it might stay a bit further southeast. There's still a bit of uncertainty about the exact positioning of that. But ahead of it, as it engages with the colder air, we'll see some wintry showers in some of the heavier ones. We could see that getting down to lower levels. And by now, we'll all be in that northerly. It's going to be cold across the board. Now, that rain will pull away during the course of Sunday, maybe some winteriness overnight from it, something to keep an eye on the forecast for. But then it's going to be dry for most. There'll be some sunshine around, but it's also going to be colder and cold too as we head into the early part of next week. So lots going on with the weather. Today's going to be mildest for most of us. Tomorrow the south hangs on to the milder air, and then it turns cold again. Again, Charlie, it's all changing.
All changed.
Cloudy, blustery but mild day today. There's also some rain in the forecast, the heaviest of which will be in the northwest. I'll have all the details coming up. Always weather, there's always going to be something. It's going to be dry, it's going to be wet, it's going to be sunny. So I don't think he's right. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I'll probably be sacked for that one. This morning it's fairly cloudy to start the day, almost across the board. There is some brightness here, but this is a picture in Warrington. What's happening is we've got a weather front draped across the north of the country, producing some heavy rain and strong winds. We've got another front crossing England and Wales, producing some lighter rain. And in the south, we've got some showers currently in the southwest. Through the day, they're going to drift over towards the southeast, and some of those could be heavy and potentially thundery as well. In between, a lot of dry conditions, variable amounts of cloud and blustery winds. Blustery winds wherever you are, the strongest of which will be in the north of the country. And behind this weather front, it will brighten up, but we'll see a return to wintry showers as the wind veers from a westerly to more of a northerly. Temperatures cool in the north, but milder as we come further south. Now, through this evening and overnight, here is our weather front continuing to sink southwards. The cold air really digs in behind it. We'll see wintry showers, and in the strong winds will be blizzards across the hills in the far north of Scotland. Here it's going to be cold with the risk of ice and also some frost. As we come further south under the cloud and the rain, temperatures will tend to hold up, but it's still going to be a cold night in prospect. Tomorrow, it's the south that hangs on to the cloud and the patchy rain, so temperatures here that bit milder. As we move in the other side of that weather front, a lot of dry weather, a fair bit of sunshine around, but showers, and they increasingly will be wintry, and it's going to feel cold for most. Nugget and Charlie.
Carol, thanks very much.
Carol, thanks.
Pleasure. Certainly is, Naga. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Today is fairly cloudy. Sunshine. One thing you'll notice, it's going to be blustery and it's milder. Mild for most to start the day compared to yesterday, except in some eastern areas where we've had some clear skies. But this mild weather we're going to enjoy today isn't going to last. You can see it represented by the yellows, but then later today and into Friday, the blues return to the charts. We see more Arctic air coming our way, spreading southwards. By Sunday, the whole of the UK is draped in it as we see a return to more of a northerly wind. Now, we've got a fair bit of rain around at the moment. It's been preceded by snow, mostly on higher ground, and we've also got some showers across England and Wales. So a lot of cloud to start the day. Our weather front producing some heavy and persistent rain across the north of Scotland is accompanied by some very strong winds gusting to gale force. For England, for Wales, we've got showers or rain in the north and one or two brighter breaks. But these black circles represent the strength of the gusts of wind. So a fairly blustery day across the board, but for most a fairly mild one with temperatures back into double figures. We've not seen that so far this week for most, but behind this weather front here, which is a cold front, the air turns colder. So we've got a westerly wind ahead of the weather front. Behind it, we've got a northerly wind returning, so the showers will turn wintry in the north. And that cold wind will follow this weather front south through the course of tonight. The weather front producing a narrow band of cloud and patchy rain. So in the south, temperatures will tend to hold up. But in the north, well, under clearer skies with some wintry showers, it is going to be cold. And with those wintry showers and strong winds, there'll be blizzards across the hills and mountains in the far north of Scotland. Now, tomorrow, you can see where we've got our weak weather front continuing its journey southwards, still producing cloud and patchy rain. To the north of that, a lot of dry weather, a fair bit of sunshine, and still wintry showers. Now, some of those in the heavier burst will get down to lower levels. 4 degrees in Norway, in Stornoway, Lerwick seeing 3 degrees. But as we come south into London and Cardiff, we're looking at 11 degrees, so still just clinging on to that milder air. We see the weather front continue its journey southwards, and on Saturday an area of low pressure with its front coming up from the south is also going to produce some rain. Now, the northern extent of this is still a wee bit uncertain. It's coming in from the southeast, heading in the direction of the Midlands and Wales, but it may not reach here. It may stay further into the southeastern corner. On the other side of it, though, again, there'll be a lot of dry weather. It's going to be a cold day, and there will be some wintry showers, some snow, even in some of the heavier bursts once again to lower levels. And note the temperature, 3 in the north to about 6 in the southeast, 9 in the southwest. Overnight, Saturday into Sunday, we could see a wintry mix coming out of that system in the south of England. That will pull away during the course of Sunday, and Monday still remaining cold. Naga and Charlie.
Carol, thank you very much. See you later.
Cloudy, blustery, but mild. There's also rain in the forecast, the heaviest of which is across the northwest. Here too, we've got the strongest winds. This mild weather is not going to last though, and I'll have all the details in about 10 minutes.
What size lizard wouldn't you get a shot? Pint of milk, please. Pay no attention.
Oh, bless you, Charlie. I think even with a 3-foot one, I will be out the door as fast as the clappers. But anyway, good morning, everybody. This morning is a fairly cloudy start to the day. For most of us, it is milder than it was yesterday, and it's going to remain that way for most through the day. But there is rain in the forecast, blustery winds as well, and we've seen some snow showers this morning too. What's happening is we've got a couple of weather fronts moving across the country, bringing some rain. They were preceded by snow, and we've also got a few showers in the south of England. In between, a lot of cloud with some brighter breaks, but the best of the sunshine today will be in the Channel Islands. Now, we've already got showers in southwest England. They'll be on and off through the day, extending over towards the east by the afternoon. And we've also got a fair bit of cloud across the Midlands and East Anglia with some breaks. Then we run into the rain across parts of Northern Ireland, northwest England and Scotland. Now, behind this band of rain, it's going to turn colder. So we've got a westerly wind across the bulk of the UK today, hence the milder weather. But behind the cold front, the air turns colder as the wind veers to more of a northerly direction. So only 8 degrees in Stornoway, 12 degrees in London. Now, through this evening and overnight, here comes that weather front, continuing to sink steadily southwards with its cloud and its rain. Increasingly, the cold air digs in behind it, so increasingly we'll see wintry showers, and with the strong winds, blizzards across the far north of Scotland. These are our temperatures. Frost in Scotland, maybe see some too in Northern Ireland, and also the risk of ice on untreated surfaces. But as we come further south, we're holding on to the comparatively milder conditions, but it will still feel cold if you're heading out first thing in the morning. But this cold air in the north is going to be heading south in the next couple of days. Naga and Charlie.
Thank you very much. We'll see you later on.
Well, I'm not sure about that one, Naga, actually, lovely as these pigs are. Not sure where you're going with that either, so swiftly moving on. Good morning, everybody. You may have noticed it's not as cold a start to the day as it has been in recent days. In fact, it's not going to be as generally. We've got a lot of cloud around. There's some rain in the forecast and blustery winds to boot. Now, you can see the milder colours today across many parts, but watch how the colder air comes in later today, through Friday into Saturday, and sweeps all the way across the UK as the wind becomes more northerly in Scotland initially today, and then it travels across the whole of the UK. We've also had some rain and some snow first thing this morning, showers in England and Wales, rain getting into Northern Ireland, and it's because we've got a couple of weather fronts. So a lot of cloud, some brighter breaks, sunshine will be limited today, the heaviest rain in the north and the west. Here too, we've got the strongest winds. We've got some showers crossing southern England through the course of the day as well. We've got them in the southwest, they'll get into the southeast, and you can see we've got some rain also across the northwest of England. These black circles represent the strength of the wind gust, so you can see it is going to be fairly blustery. Temperature-wise though, for many of us, we're back into double figures. We've not seen that this week. However, this is a cold front producing this rain, and behind it we start to pull in cold air. That northerly returns, so temperatures will be lower across the north of Scotland, and the showers here will be wintry. Now, that cold weather will follow this weather front south as we go through the course of the night. The weather front tending to weaken, so we've got some cloud and some patchier rain around it. Behind it, clear skies, a plethora of wintry showers, and in the strong winds across Scotland, we could well have some blizzards. Now, under the cloud, it will remain in mid to higher single figures, but where we've got the clear skies across northern England into Scotland and also Northern Ireland, it's going to be cold enough for some frost. Now, as we go through tomorrow, we'll start off with these clear skies. Again, a lot of wintry showers. Some of the heavier bursts, we'll see that at lower levels too. And the weather front sinks south, taking its cloud and rain with it. So where we've got the cloud and rain in the south is where we remain in double figures. For the rest of the UK, note how the temperatures have slipped once again. And then as we move from Friday into Saturday, we still have this weather front for a time, but on Saturday we have a new one coming up from the southeast. Still a bit of uncertainty as to its exact track. This is what we think, coming in across southeast England, heading through the Midlands towards Wales. But this could change and it could remain in the southeast, or it could track a little bit further north. To the north of it, though, there will be some dry conditions. There'll also be some sunshine, and there'll still be some wintry showers, some snow at lower levels in the heavier bursts in the north. Now, this batch of rain here in the south overnight could produce a little bit of wintriness. If it does, it will pull away during the course of Sunday, and then Sunday and into the early part of next week. Look at those temperatures, 8s and 9s. The average at this stage in April is roughly between 10 and 13. Now getting Charlie.
I think it'll be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Carol, thank you.
Enjoy your weekend, Carol. Thanks.
Thank you, you too.